YouTube Nation, Mayvent TV, aka Me TV, aka the Manchurian Candidate, and everything will be explained with that later, I guarantee you. Also, I have a special announcement for you guys, and no, it's not a bad thing, so if you're only here for the special announcement, please, by all means, move on to the end of the show. And I mean sports fans or whatever, this is going to impact all of us. This is a good thing. Hey, like I said, we try to keep it positive here, guys. So, I need to move on. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you, all right, for sending me the information. Also, today's show is brought to you by Super Ghosts and Goblins. That's right, because I've been seeing a lot of clowns online talk about how they don't want to buy Catherine because Vincent's always in his boxers and underwear trying to run around. Obviously, you just exposed your gaming roots to me. You not gamers. Stop crying. Stop your blood clot crying at this point. All right, now let's move on. I have a good show for you today. Good news, bad news, halfway news. Same thing with good days, bad days, halfway days. Let's get started. We're going to start with online gaming. All right, now guys, let's talk about this, about digital sales. Online games, the sales to surpass retail by 2013. That's right. Also, worldwide game sales, and this is digital, all right, to be at 81 billion by 2016. Guys, this is getting out of hand. This is getting, we'll be sitting here and we're fighting this because you know when it comes to digital games, you will be loaded with DRM, all right? And people are still buying this shit. I don't understand it. It's getting out of hand. People, please calm it down some. This is going to be a standard at this point. They're going to get rid of retail. Now, look, we told you, I should say, wait. We sat here and we talked about last week Gamestop, and I said to you guys that Gamestop was going to start streaming console and PC games, and I said, well, get your bomb shelters ready. You may have a couple years before this happens. Well, now we have a window for it. That's right, timeline. Gamestop to begin streaming next year. Yes, next year. They'll be doing console games and PC games. Yes, so you can see where this is going. Get your bomb shelters ready, I'm just saying. Gamestop is also adding iDevices to used hardware. That's right, that means all your iPods, yeah, you'll be able to trade those in for credit. Now look, I don't know how this is going to go first. They haven't said anything about pricing, but if it's anything like console games or their consoles in general, you're going to get screwed on these. You are. It's a joke, and it goes to show you that if they're trying to load iDevices, all right, if they're trying to get them back, they're going to start selling iPod games, I guarantee you. Now, let's move on because we need to talk about this some more. We all know, like I said just not too long ago, that online games, digital games are loaded with DRM. Blizzard says that always online DRM will become a standard. It will become a standard. However, all right, Avalanche says that DRM helps nobody. All right, and it says here, as a developer, you will never win over fans if you constantly let everyone know how much it costs to develop a game and how much money you lose. That's true. It says, I don't like always on DRM solutions at all, since they offer nothing to the consumer. If you continuously give something extra for registering and being online and award them for actually paying for and playing your game, it would be different. But always on DRM only says, thank you for buying our game. We trust you as far as we can throw you. You know what? I'm happy that a developer finally gets it. Because this is why people have a problem with it. And not just online always DRM, but online passes as well. Because, for those who don't know, 3 million Dirt 3 vouchers were stolen by hackers. Yes, Codemasters, get fucked. Get fucked. Because you deserve it. You really do. And like I said, guys, the way Codemasters have done things with Dirt 3, we knew it wasn't just the online pass. No. You had to go to their website, all right, to give them hits and activate it. It was a code. And then you got your online pass. So you had to give them hits and then put your online pass in your, your PlayStation or whatever, all right? That's how Codemasters did things. And then on top of it, when I reported, they were having problems with their game and they delayed all these patches and carrying on. So you were getting a half-ass game, and yet they would still make you pay top dollar for all this. But you know what? Let's move on with more online passes. Because EA comes out and reports that sales of online passes are not so huge. They're doing horribly. And not because EA is selling well, because EA is taking a hit right now in the sales department, all right? They're not selling well, all right? So it has nothing to do with the online pass. We've been saying this for a while now. And it goes to show you, every company that followed EA along this road of online passes, I hope that they're reading this as well. All right, because it's not doing well. And if this keeps up, I put it like this, the consumers, the customers, they stepped up and said, we don't want this. So the company's in trouble right now, all right? It's in trouble, especially with all the BS they've been pulling also as well with all the spyware and being able to see what you're doing and selling your information to third-party companies and shit. Yeah, all right? It's a wrap for them. Now, I will say that Konami, I was getting ready to say Capcom, be quite honest, all right? Because I'm so used to saying, Capcom. Konami tells you UK retailers to stop reducing prices on games. Yes, stop reducing prices on games that benefit you. Yes. Now, understand that just not too long ago last week we talked about Konami and how they blame gamers for the whole Silent Hill fiasco. Well, this is what Konami had to say now. It says European chief Kunio Neo said that the UK market is suffering, while other territories such as Germany are thriving. He blames the constant sales battles amongst retailers in the UK, and he has a message for them to tell them to stop the price wars. That means retailers are undercutting each other, and you are getting the better deal. They don't want them to do that. It says Konami says retailers are always reducing prices, and the profits for publishers are getting smaller. Yeah, apparently that's our problem, the profits for publishers. That's apparently our problem. Now, the article goes on to say that Konami is well off, all right? They're not one of those publishers that are hurting really bad. But apparently, they're going to still complain, which makes no sense to me, all right? I'll put it like this. Any deal that's good for the customer, that's how it is. If you don't like it, then don't make all these big-time AAA games. Seriously, because that's what you're doing. You're ramping them up with graphics and not gameplay. At this point, Konami, you should not be complaining. Who the hell are you to tell retailers? Because you need retailers to sell. All right, that's what this is. This whole digital thing that's going on, they're trying to phase out the retailers. That's what they're trying to become their own retailer. That's all this is. Don't be fooled, people. Anyways, in more news, all right. The 3DS. I told you guys before to just hold off on the 3DS. You know how Nintendo does with all their other DSs. Every 6 months, they come out with another DS, and then they pretty much cut support on the old one, all right? Now, the 3DS is coming out with another system with a second analog. That's right. The link is in the info bar. It's in a magazine. They show you what it looks like. Yes, guys, this is real. You're not getting away from this. Now, also, I would like to announce that a cash-strapped student, that's right, a student, a gamer, who has a problem paying for things and wants to play games, you know, while he's going to school, whatever, he released an iPhone game. That's right, and all you guys keep saying, you know, gamers need to release their own games if you don't like it. Well, this guy's doing it. He's making a difference, all right? And I want to say this because all you guys who are into making games, there's an indie game challenge coming up. That's right, the link is in the info bar. All you developers, all you publishers, whatever, and you idealists, all right? Indie Game Challenge, if you have a game and you've made a game, you can submit it, all right? It's a contest. You can submit it, and if it's good enough, a big-time publisher will pick you up. But you have to be careful. You know, we just explained this. I showed you on the extra credits video last week how publishing works. So be careful. Know what you're getting yourself into. So let's take a break real quick, guys, because I have a nice video to show you guys. A survival horror game that's coming out very soon for the PSN called Amy.
Hi everyone, this is Paul Cuisset. I'm currently working with my team on a game called Amy, and this is a short video to give you a first introduction. But before getting deeper into the game concept, we wanted to give you a first overview of what we're trying to achieve.
Everything is going to be okay. I promise.
So thank you all, and see you soon with a new video. And this time, I promise, we'll go deeper into the gameplay.
Bye bye.
Now, graphically, to see what they're doing, it's good. I mean, this looks great for a PSN, $15 PSN game. And I want to talk about this real quick, all right? Because I've said this before about PSN Plus. Understand, guys, that yes, that game looks great. For $15, it is a steal. Most of these games they're coming out with, that especially was it Blood Rain, Betrayal, great game. Great game. I put it like this, though. $15, yes, it's great. It's a steal. But understand that Sony amped up the prices before this. Because you have to understand, before PSN Plus came along, everything was $9.99, all right? PSN Plus came along. PSN Plus users complained they weren't getting enough. So what did Sony do? They amped up the games to $15 and then said, well, if you're a PSN Plus member, you'll get it for $9.99. So understand that, guys, you're not getting a deal, but still, I understand the games for what they are, even though they're only priced at $15, it is a good deal, it is a steal, but in the flip side of things, you can see where the company gouged the money. I'm just saying, all right? So there's a good and bad to it. Now, I need to move on because Germany has lifted the Doom ban after 17 years. Yes, after 17 years, all right? Yeah, now people really want to run out and buy that, really. Anyways, major changes are coming to Yakuza 5. There's a link in the info bar for you guys. They're talking about changing a lot of things, all right? Battlefield 3, that's right. Recon class will be setting the spawn points in games. I don't know how people want to feel about that, all right? Also, in more news, Syphon Filter 4 will be coming in winter of 2012. So all you Gabe Logan fans, get ready. Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 have been rated by the ESRB for the PS3 and 360. That's right. All right, PC gamers, they've been outraged right now because apparently Deus Ex, they've been doing this, they have this like stuttering problem on the PC version. Guys, I would expect you to just wait for a patch or something, but now Deus Ex has DLC announced. That's right. So I wouldn't even say wait for a patch at this point. Wait for the Game of the Year edition as far as I'm concerned. A lot of you guys sent me that mail on that one, all right? Also, Dead Island, there's a PC patch that may destroy your game save. I've seen a lot of you guys have been messaging me about this saying, hey, it did kill my game save. Be very careful. They need to fix this as fast as possible. Seriously, you should not. And this is what I mean about rushing games and not testing them right and having day one patches and all these other problems. Seriously, if your game, play this, if your game isn't that good, all right, because a lot of you guys have sent me this mail saying, you know, it was nothing like the trailer, you know, you expect it to be so dramatic, but now it's only, but you guys said it was a bunch of gangsters and was it shooting people, and that there's no children in the game, and there's just a lot of problems with the game, all right? The developers, I feel, have rushed this game at this point. Seriously, if you're having problems where the patch will destroy your game save, that's a big problem. That's a huge problem, all right? You have to fix that. You have to take your time. And if you're going to rush these games, then you know what? Then you really do have to lower the price. If you're going to keep patching them and say, hey, we'll give you this junk, and then we'll patch it here and there and there. No, that's not how things work. That's not how things work. Seriously, what's wrong with you? Anyways, Kojima, that's right, Kojima has revealed, this link in the info bar, has revealed the first screen to Zone of the Enders collection. That's right. Also, in more news, OPM UK pushes rumors of Resident Evil 6 and Slave 2 and an EA exclusive for the PS3. Link is in the info bar for that. Also, Rocket Birds is exclusively coming to the PS3. Corpse Party is heading to the West, all right? Namco vs. Tecmo. That's right, all right? There's a mystery site that has come out, and they're dropping new clues on what's going on. Link in the info bar so you can check that out if you want. Namco also says there's a possibility that Tekken 3 will be re-released for the PSN, all right? FF13, that's right, Final Fantasy 13-2 will have a catch a monster and make them yours. Where have we seen that before? Seriously, where have we seen? Gotta catch them all at this point? Really? I mean, hell, we don't have to go Pokemon. We can go Monster Rancher if you want. Come on, guys. This is a gimmick. All right, it really is. Anyways, Rockstar announces that Max Payne 3 will be out by March of 2012. All right. Also, you guys have been asking me about this since last week. Resident Evil Revelations. All right. You want to know how I feel about it? I haven't seen enough on it yet, but there are some screenshots. Link is in the info bar. New characters. I don't know where this is going yet. All right. Also, Heroes Fantasia news to have more characters from Blood Plus, ROD, which is Read or Die, and Kuroro. Just letting you guys know that. Batman Arkham City offers a new Game Plus mode. Alright, guys? Also, like I said, this is Batman's loading it up, but I'm still going to wait for the Game of the Year edition. Yeah, you fucked it up, Rocksteady. You really, I shouldn't even say Rocksteady. I should say WB. Alright? You put your online pass on it, and then you decide to come out with episodic content. That's what you did. Alright, so meaning DLC is on the way, we know this. I'll wait for the Game of the Year edition. Anyways, 360, it is rumored that they will get Blu-ray. Now, this was off of Italian magazine. The link is in the info bar for you guys, alright? Sony's 3D headset. This has to be, man, Sony's 3D headset, when it hits the West, it's going to cost you $800. Yes, and the picture is in the info bar. It's hilarious because the guy's wearing this little visor. He looks like Cyclops. It's so stupid. No way, well, $800, this is not going to sell, man. Anyways, in PS4 news, all right, rumor is it will be coming in 18 months. Just to let you guys know. Sony also will have Tokyo Game Show lineup. The link is in the info bar, everything they'll be showing. TGS will be flooded with PS Vita units and games, all right? Also, in free-to-play news, more free-to-play news, End of Nations goes free-to-play. PlanetSide 2 is going free-to-play, all right? And Battlestar Galactica Online, which is already free-to-play, surpasses 5 million players. All right, guys? Now, look, I need to move on because I want to talk about this. I talked about this on the whole announcement thing. Manchurian Candidate, you know how it is. Anyways, all right? For those who don't know, we've been talking about documentaries as of late and how gamers are starting to shape what gaming is, what it used to be, I should say, all right? How arcades are coming back up and things of that nature. Well, I have taken the proper steps to talk to City Hall about doing things, city planning. And I've had quite the problem with the mayor right now because the mayor is arrogant as he is, as selfish as he is, he's still fighting me on this and he keeps ducking me. Well, as of late, me and the mayor had a chance to talk via Twitter. So if you need to pause these to see the conversation so you can see just how arrogant this asshole is, check this out.
Niggas talk a good game, but their game is awkward. Preaching on they high altar, they altar. Get the fuck up out of here, leave that podium. I melt them like Snell on sodium. I notice them. What you know about pain and suffering, struggling like Augustus Douglas. It's this underness. Niggas want to talk that rhetoric. Fuck the battle, man, battle the government. They loving it.
So it's taken me about 2-3 weeks to get in contact with them and keep bugging them, knocking on their door, calling them, emailing, whatever, all right? It's taken me 2 to 3 weeks. Well, yesterday, I actually had a meeting. That's right, a preliminary meeting, which for those who don't know in business, that's just a 2-minute, thing to sell what you have to say. That's all it is, all right? Now, talks went very well yesterday. They went very well. We'll see what happens. They said they'll get back in contact with me. They're going to roll my stuff over to more city planners and see what they think, and they'll get back to me. So if I don't hear anything in a while, I will definitely start knocking on their door again and keep bugging them. That's how this works. Understand, guys? And you can see just how nasty the mayor can be and how arrogant he can be. And I put it like this. He's all about himself. All right, because when he won the election, he had some type of meeting where you could go out. He stood outside and had people in lines come in and shake his hand because he won the election. He was given honorary doctrines the next day when he won the election, just to win the election. This is a joke. All right, he's about himself, and when you have a person who is always about himself, I can understand why this city is the way it is now. All right, every day, and I put it like this: every day. This is real talk. All right, every day when I'm walking, I just look at people, and I can see. I don't want to say the hurt on their face, but I can see how defeated they are. I told you guys before, each and every one of you, every individual has a voice. You have a talent. You can do something, all right? You can make a change, all right? But a lot of these people have given up. Yeah, they don't have the fight anymore. You can look right at them and tell, all right? They don't give a shit anymore. And when you have people who don't care or only think about themselves, nothing comes from it. If you are part of the solution, you are part of the problem. You have to understand that. And I see a lot of these clowns on YouTube. Yes, we're going to talk about this real quick, all right? I see a lot of them turn around and call themselves the man, and they sit here and talk about how can they be wrong, how they're self-proclaimed geniuses, and how others want to threaten, yes, the companies are, I'll go to Capitol Hill if I need to. Go! Go! That's what we're waiting for. Go! Because we need more gamers to step up and have actions instead of just talking out of their ass and want to hear themselves talk, all right? You're building castles, you're calling yourselves kings, where I build bridges so that you guys can get to the next level or to the next experience. You have to understand, guys, that this is about community, and they're just talking for themselves. They just think about themselves. Those type of people I hate them. I hate them. You have to understand that if we don't come together, this will bury us. I have a big chance right now, an opportunity to change things. And I'm not just talking about here on YouTube. I'm not just talking about the gaming community or the sports community. I'm talking about helping my city, man. That's what I'm talking about. I have a chance. And I don't understand how people can hate that. I don't understand it. Yeah, you hate us. No matter how much you dislike me, I don't understand how you can dislike. I'm talking about some of you guys, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guys who have alternate accounts and decide they want to subscribe to me just to hit the fucking dislike button. Yeah, that's as far as your fucking power goes, hitting the dislike button. Understand that in the real world out here, you can't stop me. I'm on a mission at this point, and this is what I'm talking about. This has become bigger than just games and sports at this point, and it can get bigger. All I need is one building, and I say it impacts all of us because if that building goes up and is successful, another building will go up and is successful. And if that one goes up, then another will go up, then another. Before you know it, someone's in another state doing it. Before you know it, someone's in another country doing it. Understand, it impacts all of us in the end. All right? There is nothing that can stop us as long as we put our minds to it and stay together. But you also have to understand that you have to step up and say something. And a lot of you guys keep messaging me and saying, look, Event, I want to start my own videos, but I can't do it like you. And what I say, no, don't do me. Do you. All I've ever done is promote individuality. All right? Do it your way. That's what it comes down to. That's all it is. But you have to also understand that without anybody caring at this point, nothing will happen. If people just keep thinking themselves, nothing will work. But yet I'm the asshole. How's that work, guys? How's that work? And I'll put it like this. All you haters, yeah, I'm gonna talk about you real quick, all right? If you have that much fucking energy to put into hating somebody, which is pathetic anyway, why don't you take that energy and join us? Why don't you take that energy and do something constructive, something good, something that could still benefit you? Because you have to understand, no matter how much you hate me, if I do this and this works, this benefits you in the end as well. You have to understand that. All right, guys? You have to also understand that these guys, especially because it's politics time, you have to understand that. If you want to make a change, now's the fucking time. Now is the time, because they're looking to get reelected, so they need political face time, to say, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this, while you still get your way. That's right. It's a two-way street. And this is why I talk about politics. Is it right? No. You shouldn't have to do that. But that's how politics is played. Understand, guys, man, this is something that can be big. I keep saying it. It can be so much bigger. This is why I'm working. This is why a lot of people have been saying, Event, you didn't do a sports video. You didn't do a video here and there. This is why. Because I've been working so hard on this. If you noticed, when I do this, when I talk about this, I do the actions first and then let you guys know. Have you noticed that? I don't just keep talking about it and carrying. No, I go and act on it first, because then I give you some concrete proof on what's going on instead of just talking out of my ass. See, that's the difference between me and them. And like I said, I told you guys before, if you're subscribed to one of those type of people who just talks out of their fucking ass, yeah, and doesn't provide any insight or whatever, anything like that, and you're subscribed to me, it's either them or me. If you want to lead a show, go ahead, because as far as I'm concerned, I do not want to be associated with those type of people. That is not what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is completely different. All right? Now, I understand that other gamers this week have stepped up and have made strides for gamers. I've seen a lot of sports fans step up and make strides for sports fans. Understand, what I'm trying to do is not just build arcades or gamers lounges. No, I'm trying to also build rec centers, all right? Instead of all these abandoned places where crackheads sit in and cause fires and shit, we can do something with these buildings, all right? And it's very cost effective, all right? So these guys, like I said, these people up in City Hall, it's time to change your politics. I told you, it's outdated, and you have a disconnect with, seriously, the community. You have to understand that if you think that, and I'm not trying to hear anymore that, oh, taxpayers won't go for it. Understand this, all right? You just came, for those who don't know, all right, in Philadelphia, the school superintendent just made almost over $1 million for working 2 years, all right? She quit early, and the taxpayers have to pay the rest of her salary because of her contract. Yes. Are you going to tell me, taxpayers are pissed off about that, all right? But understand this. Are you going to tell them we have to raise taxes or you need to give money if this wants to be built? If you tell them that this is a place for their kids, you damn right they'll take that. They'll eat that every day, all right? But if you just want to give it to one lady who hasn't done shit, yeah, there's a problem. There's a problem with that. Understand, guys, I'm making strides here, and this is bigger than just YouTube. But I will use this if I need to as an outlet. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Got a good video for you coming up. I'm sure you guys, some of you probably have seen it. Some of you probably haven't. We talked about this last week. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Next week, we start it back up. Y'all have a good weekend. I'm out.
全国のペルソナファン、そして格闘ゲームファン、まさに騒然。誰も見たことのない新たなるペルソナ4の物語。今回はその真実の一部を独占生中継を交えてお送りする。突如放送された謎の格闘番組。そこに映し出されたのはかつての仲間たちが登場するデタラメな番組予告だった。新たな謎を解き明かすため今再び仲間たちが集う。ダイブせよテレビの中へ。可愛い七子は誰にも渡さん鋼のシスコン番長。
何？
さびれた田舎を踏み台に大英雄に俺はなる。キャプテンブサンチマン花村洋介。
そんなわけねえだろ。どういうことだよ。
女を捨てた肉食獣男勝りの足技系ドラゴン里中知恵。
何よもう。
おっとここで緊急参戦。
どういう流れこれ。
立ちはだかるは最強の対シャドウ兵器アイゲス。
敵発見。これより相当します。
テレビの中に集結したペルソナ使いたち。敵か味方か新たな事件が幕を開ける。出たー私から健康一滴。これは通ず。おっときた知恵のゴッドハンド。でかっ。おお地雷が決めた。混乱状態に突入。何が起こるかわからない。おいお前ら仲間じゃなかったのか。一体何が始まったというんだ。戦え全ての謎を解き明かすため P1 グランプリ今宵開戦。ペルソナ4 The Ultimate in 真夜中アリーナ。プレイステーション3と Xbox360 に参戦。
男の中の男たち出てこいこら。